Alright, so this is a 9th age game with the v12 rules, or v99, whatever you want to call it, .99. My brother and I decided, since the executive board gave us all the chance to review the new changes, that we'd also run a game with it. So we basically went with our tournament lists for Brawler's Bash, which is next weekend, and tried to make it the list pretty much point for point, or model for model rather, that we could with the new changes. And honestly, I think between the two of our lists, nothing really changed. Like, there's some numbers that had to be changed around. My chosen became warriors with the same loadout because chariots were taken out of core, and then I think I had to drop 1 unit of dogs, so I only had the 1 unit of dogs, but they have both vanguard and poison attacks now added into their points. So here's the game. I'm a little under the weather, obviously, if you can tell from my voice, a little nasally, but here's the game. Enjoy. We'll hopefully have the army book review out before this, so enjoy, and thanks for watching.
What we've got right here is the new rules.
V12.
Well, 0.99. Well, whatever it's called. Whatever they're going to call it.
Whatever. It's the one that you all want to look at that you haven't fucking gotten a chance to, and everybody's bitching about.
Yep. And this is going to go up on the 7th, so you'll see it today. Makes sense.
From the future.
Yeah. So what I got is my 4 Goblin Spider Riders, who now have throwing weapons and shields, so they got a 5-up armor, light armor and stuff like that.
Yeah,
or no, mounts protection.
Go over what the new shit there is.
So the only thing that was added to these guys is the fact that they can take throwing weapons instead of just the short bows, lances, and the shields. So they get 1 extra piece, and it's 1 point per model, so it doesn't really change anything. The Git Launcher has dropped 20 points and has been moved to special. It also does D3 plus 1 wounds.
Still AP6, right?
No, it's AP2 now.
Oh.
So they dropped the armor piercing down to 2, but it's still minus 4 to the armor save, so it's still fairly effective.
He's a strength 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the splatter hasn't changed. The Ironwork Warlord has gone down.
You don't have to be specific. Just
he's gone down some points. So I've got the other 2 right here, my splatter and my Git Launcher. The Gargantula went up a few points, and his web launch has changed, and I think it's a really awesome change. It now, instead of doing movement in initiative, it does minus D3 to initiative, and it makes the unit that it hit takes dangerous terrain if they move.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So Nashers just went up 2 points, and their max unit size went down, so a max unit of 40 is 350 points. Basically the same as a max unit of 50. Cave Goblins did not change at all. Forest Goblins changed. The Mother's Gift banner is now gone. So what happens now?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. So what happens now is it's just like how the Cave Goblins have nets. These guys have Mother's Kiss. So now you can either give yourself poison on a 2-up, or you can give the unit that you're in contact with, so your enemy, you can give them poison. So it brings back that funky Orcs and Goblins vibe.
Randomness.
With the randomness.
And for me, it's going to be good because your ass sucks at rolling.
Yeah, I'm really terrible at rolling. So I personally like the changes because of all the point reductions for most of the stuff. I don't have any Black Orcs right now, or Iron Orcs. But they did gain Bodyguard, and they went down in some points.
Alright, so on my side, I have the Hell Riders. The only changes to them was the whip, and it's essentially, instead of doing the close combat attack, like using their weapon skill to hit, which they gained lightning reflexes from, it's now regular BS shooting, like ballistic skill shooting.
Bullshit shit.
Yeah, BS shooting. And it's a initiative 1 instead of initiative 0 to counteract the lightning reflexes thing, because if you hit on lightning reflexes with initiative 0, it actually makes you strike at initiative order. I don't know, it's weird. But that's the change there. Unit of, I think I made these guys Lust Barbarians with, I think, light armor and a standard bearer, and then the only thing that changed on them was their initial cost went up, like for the unit, and then their max size was set to 20 instead of 15. Then Lust Chariots, well, chariots in general are now in special rather than core, because everybody bitched about that shit. But they're now T5, 4-up armor save, and
can you purchase a 3-up, basically? Or,
no, you can't.
Okay.
They're 4-up straight. Like, there's no change in, like, you can't get a better armor save than 4-up. But they have toughness 5, which is nice.
Well, I got toughness 5 for my Orc chariots.
Yeah, which made no sense because we had Chaos Warriors that were toughness 4 on a chariot.
Basically, ours are black orcs.
Anyways,
Black orcs
so the other thing that's cool that I'm going to try out is if your general is mounted on a Wasteland chariot, you can pull 3 Wasteland chariots onto core. So then you can essentially have a fast-moving core army, like the previous versions were. But you have to have your general on a chariot. And also, they changed Lust to straight-up immune to panic. It's not just immune to 25%, it's immune to panic. And they still have the rerolls. Wrath Barbarians, and I made them with the additional hand weapons. So they lose light armor and they have additional hand weapons. And they changed both Pestilence and everybody saw it. Pestilence and Wrath are only to the front. But
that's good.
Wrath is still +1 to hit, and you can't flee.
See, I like that better because
it makes it more tactical. Like
it's kind of like spears. You can only attack to the front to get the lethal strike and the armor piercing.
It kind of sucks that you have to pay like for the Marauders. It's good. So I think the price that they are making you pay for it is not bad. It kind of like evens out, I guess. But for like Warriors, I know there's gonna be people bitching about the price for marks on the forums, but you're not gonna freaking like internal balance and external balance. I understand it kind of sucks that we are getting price increases, but we have to bring everybody down to a decent power level, or the same power level rather, and then bring them back up from there. Because we're still in the beta. That's what everybody needs to remember. And I think honestly, if you're playing well, you're not going to get freaking. If you're playing well, you're not going to get flanked. So it's not really going to change much. Another Lust Chariot. These are actually warriors, not chosen, because I had to I wanted to take my chariots. I basically remade my list from my Brawler's bash list with the new rules, and in order to do that, I had to swap my chariots to in the special and move to warriors. So hey guys, guess what? Warriors actually get to play. These guys are same thing. Warriors with halberds, wrath, full command, speed banner, and then the BSB right here is pretty much the same build I had, 1-up rerollable with the razor blade. Then we have the dogs. Huh?
Oh, everybody knows they're already weapon skill 5 and strength 5.
Yeah, they're nothing else changed for them, essentially, other than points value. I have a unit of dogs who went up in value, but automatically gained both Vanguard and poison attacks. Then my Blood Beast, who was hit like I expected him to be, but harder. Well, he was hit like I expected him to be, but not as hard as I had thought. So he went from, he's still the same points value. He loses the mark and loses giving hatred to the binded character. but he's basically a weapon skill 8, leadership 9 monster. I'm still a little upset. It's still insane, yeah. For 175 points, same point value, but I'm a little upset that my general now loses hatred with my 2-up freaking
I'm happy for that.
+2 to hit. Crushers went up a little bit in points. That was expected because they were the one of the units that was constantly being used. Another unit of Hell Riders, and then my Manticore Lord, who sadly but expectedly lost the Blessing of the Dark Gods. His points, he went down slightly in points from the build that I had before, but with the change in prices for marks, it didn't really change much that much in price. I think I dropped maybe 10 to 20 points in price because, and don't shit yourself, guys, but Wrath and Pestilence on a character was pretty freaking. It went from 15 points normally to double or triple the points, essentially.
45.
So try not to shoot yourself, but that's pretty much what happened. We'll just see how it goes out and go from there.
So we roll for spells, and I gotta tell you guys this too. The goblins lost the Path of Shadows. However, the attribute we have is
For little gods.
For the little gods is a special thing that'll basically you can take.
It's sneaky stealing.
Sneaky stealing, and you can take whatever that other player's attribute is. So when you cast a spell in the little gods, you can take. So for instance, he has the
Shadow.
So I can take that 10-inch character move with whenever I cast a spell and it goes off successfully. So
Which is kind of cool.
Which is awesome, depending on who
you go against.
You got people like, for instance, Chris. If he gets if he plays High Elves, he has all signature spells. And you can get all the attributes from him. So I can take whichever one I want.
If he casts it.
It's at the beginning of the game. You just select which one you want to take. Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
However, all of the spells didn't change at all, so these are still exactly the same.
So what did you get?
I got Evil Eye, Stay Quiet, the Poison spell, Itching and Scratching, which is a movement initiative, and Curse of the Green Moon, which probably not going to use.
And then I got Shadow and Devouring Darkness, which will be good for his army because it's initiative.
Yes.
So you are going first. I
got first turn.
Yeah, because I had two deployments left, and he rolled a 4. I rolled 3. So off to Orcs and Goblins, turn 1.
Yep. This is Vanguards. I moved up both my Spider Riders
there, and then I just moved up these guys
and moved up his
my dogs
and these Hell Riders, and now
I'm leaving them there. So
leaving them there to die.
Orcs and Goblins, turn 1.
Woo! Alright, so after the Vanguard, my Forest Goblins came up here. Both of them shot at these guys, only killed 2. They were hitting on 5s, they were hitting on 6s. The armor saved, I think, 1 or 2 maybe out of the
something like
20 shots that I.
Either way, only 2 of them died.
Did nothing to them. I shot my Git Launcher and my Splatter, my other Splatter, and Git Launcher. They all hit.
3 wounds here.
3 wounds there.
With the Git Launcher. 4
wounds there.
5.
Something like that.
5.
5 wounds there. The other Chariot is decimated.
Decimated as in gone.
Gone. I did 1 wound to these guys with my Cave Goblins. They only had 7 shots. I ended up getting Magic, the Mother Spider. Get to the Mother Spider off of these guys on this one. Gave me poison shots. Hit them and
killed 2 guys.
And then use my Web Launcher. Hit them also. They're now -2 initiative.
And take dangerous terrain, right?
And they take dangerous terrain if they move. And these guys moved up just a teensy bit. Like so.
Yep.
Woot. And now it's on to Chaos.
Warriors of the Dark Gods.
Yep.
Turn 1. So, charges look like this. These guys charged into the flank. Those guys charged into the front, and stand and shoot did nothing.
Yeah.
I ended up wiping them down to 1. These guys reformed. Those guys chased after him, and he went this way. They weren't within range to panic them. You guys moved over here. Move like such. The stupid ass. I got fucking pissed off because these two units, the general and the crushers, were right here, and his big ass fucking Gargantula was like right here, and I had the range and everything, but he was facing this way, so he was right there. I could not charge him because they were both in the flank. Honestly, here's what pisses me off is I could have easily gone into the front of him and done a pivot, like hit and then wheeled less than 90 degrees. But due to rules, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure due to the rules, because I'm in the flank, I have to go into his flank. The fact that I couldn't do that because of this stupid fucking building means I could not charge. So, this juicy face right here got out of getting double charged because of the fact that there was a building there. Even though I could have easily just come straight in and then wheeled. But because of the fact that his 45-degree angle, like, front arc was right here, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it only clipped, I think, the front, like...
It was just barely the front of my general.
Flame part right there on the front of his general.
It's something that I think needs to be changed, because if you're in the front or the flank, I think you should be able to choose where you go in. Because the whole crap with, I'm going to block myself with a building, but still have the ability to, or the view of my entire front of my model to charge, should be able to get charged, in my opinion. These guys move over here. Magic did nothing. You saw what combat did.
Did this one right here.
This combat right here, I ended up being able to charge the back of him.
The flank. Yeah.
Whatever. It was the flank, but it was just the butt end of it over here. I did 2 wounds, he did 4. And because he's got that stupid poison fucking spell off.
Blessing of the Mother Spider on.
So we tied combat, and then he reformed. So I'm pretty sure on his turn, he's going to be dead. My blood beast is going to be dead. And I'm fairly certain that due to the fact that 175 points and the loss of my hatred to my general, I'm probably going to drop him for something a little different. But we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll roll shitty and I'll roll well. So off to Orcs and Goblins, turn 2.
So, this is what the turn looks like. I moved my Force Goblins over here, threw some Tomahawks. And
killed my chariot.
His chariot, killed him. These guys moved up just a little bit. Dropped all 3 of my characters out of my Cave Goblin unit. And sent 3 Mad Gits through them. Killed 5.
5 guys.
Did a Magic Missile, Evil Eye onto his dogs. They are now gone. Moved them up a little bit. Moved everybody else up. Fired a Stone Thrower to splatter on this. The
1.
Direct hit rolled a 1.
Again.
And then this is the second time my direct hits rolled a 1.
And then a 3.
And then a 3 killed one guy. And my Gargantula killed his Blood Beast.
Not worth the points anymore. I hate you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Going against Gargantula is not the best fucking roll. And then you did 2 wounds on these guys.
Yeah.
With your Mad Git.
Yeah, 2 on them with
or with your Git Launcher.
Git Launcher.
So now, Warriors, turn 3.
Turn 2.
2?
Your turn 2.
Oh shit, nice. It's like this. These guys went into the building. These guys came on the board over here. And I don't think I was within range to shoot them. But my Marauders and Marauders charged his Spear Goblins. These guys charged the bow guys who are now fleeing because they couldn't shoot or stand and shoot, so they fled. And then I redirected into the now non-existent Forest Goblins.
Yeah.
This jackass, I tried to go with the Chaos thing like I did last time and charged his General and rolled a massive 6 on the dice. And I needed a 9, I think.
Yep.
These guys charged into there. I won by 1 because of my Standard Bearer. Because we both did 1 wound each.
But I'm stubborn on a 9.
And you're stubborn on a 9. You stuck over here, charged in there, did 2 wounds.
Yep.
You did none. You stuck on a
rerollable 6.
Yeah, rerollable 6. And you can't see behind the banner, but my Fallen Beast came on the board and rolled a 7 and is sniffing the butthole of the BSB. And it is off to Magic did nothing, she did nothing. No, Magic got your miasma. I did -3 to everything on his on his goblins. So now it is off to Orcs and Goblins turn 3.
Yep. Killed his Crusher.
Did
1 wound to him. He regened it because he's a douchebag.
Soul Feeder, bitches.
Soul Feeder. Moved these guys around. Killed him at exactly 3 of the Evil Eye.
And exploded and did 1 wound on
to each of these guys. He misfired, got a wound. He misfired and cannot shoot. He shot somebody. Them. He shot them.
He shot them, yeah.
Killed
Did some
3.
something like that. Those guys. I finally got the fucking stupid ass Git launcher.
Git launcher.
And he shot
this killed 2 right here.
2. Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
All right. So off to Warriors turn 3.
Yep. We only got 12 minutes left till this game is over.
Running quick.
The game looks. We're just gonna assume that Chaos wins, as usual.
Because I want Wendy's. I'm bad.
Both my Spear Gobbos and my Nashers are gone, and those are my most expensive units besides my General and my Gargantula.
And I still have pretty much everything.
General, these guys.
I lost my 175 point Blood Beast, my 280 point fucking Hell Riders, 45 point Dog Unit.
The Dog units, weren't they 70?
No, they're 45.
I thought they got poison and all that stuff for extra points.
Yeah, for 45 points. Up from 35.
Oh, see, okay, so only 10 points
then. They were unscathed.
Sitting in the
These guys, you definitely got half for. The fucking Warriors.
I think
those guys.
You put in 40 in here, right?
No, there was only 38 in there.
38.
So that's 20.
Not half.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, you definitely didn't get half there.
You got 24 left.
I got your BSB because he ran.
Yeah, he's fleeing at the end game.
This right here, he's fleeing. You lose the BSB thing.
You don't get any points for him, though.
No, I get the BSB because
the
you
100
ran.
points for the BSB.
Yes, because you
ran.
But
you don't get the points for the actual
I don't get the points for the model, no.
Good. He was only 95 points.
That's fine. I got like 50 or 100 points for fucking
But if he was 100
BSB.
points, I think.
Yeah, BSB I think is 100 points.
Yeah, because you got the sort of strength from the
BSB in general are both 100 points when you kill them.
Armor of Fortune or something like that.
Yeah. I also got this one objective that we both forgot to fucking put down.
Yeah.
He put his over here just like an inch out of 24 inches from here.
Yep.
I popped out and was like, yeah, I'm going to get that one. So, yeah. This was Brawler's Bash rules, essentially. We went with...
Brawler's Bash time limit.
Yeah, well, it's the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, they all got the same time.
But yeah, this was with V12, and honestly, it's pretty much the same.
It plays basically the same.
It plays the same for me. Like, I think I had like the only thing that changed with my Mark of Wrath was when I got charged in the flank with my crushers here, and I mean, even if they didn't have,
I still
even if I would say even if they had +1 to hit,
it wouldn't have made a difference.
it wouldn't have made like to the flank. It wouldn't have made a difference. So,
and I got 6
just
hits.
learn to not get flanked, and you're gonna be fine. The fact that I lost the Blessing of the Dark Gods, I mean, again, I don't think he even like targeted my general with anything.
I shot my.
You shot your crush your
at it a few times.
Yeah, but both of those times it drifted off, and I think you hit him once with an actual shooting attack,
Maybe, but
something like that.
this I'm really kind of disappointed I didn't get to use this too much, the web launcher, because that was pretty nasty. Putting I kind of wanted to put dangerous terrain on these guys. That's kind of the reason why I put them over here.
Mm-hmm.
But those goddamn Hell Riders,
They're scary.
fuck them.
Yeah.
So my initial strategy was to put him into these guys with my Nashers. And then, have my general in the background as just like kind of supporting just in case his general comes in so I can, do whatever. And then my Forest Gobos did some pretty good work on these guys last time, but that was with Shadow, Path of Shadows. Now that I don't get Path of Shadows, I'm not going to be taking
But you also had
two goblins anymore. I'm going to be taking one level 2 goblin and a level 3 wilderness or something.
They also had flails on them last time, so you got +1 to hit them.
Yeah, that's true.
This time they had
Mindbreaker.
+1. Yeah, this time they had +1 initiative because they have additional hand weapons.
Yeah.
So all in all, I think V12, whatever the hell we call it, pretty much the same. So I think both of us are going to have our review of the actual books on the 7th.
On the 7th. And
so
I think about doing a live one. If you want.
I mean, I can jump in and just make fun of you if you want.
It's going to be late night. Late night live review.
I have a lot of painting to do, so that's probably what mine's going to be. Is going to be live. So anyway.
All right, so we already talked a lot in this end part of the game, but one thing I would like, there are a couple of things I would like to note is one, we did a 2.5 hour time limit, so we were kind of practicing for brawlers, which is why we only got 3 turns in. But the fact that I personally think it was not the best idea to do this one as a timed one, or at least not just 2.5 hours, because we basically went through and talked a lot. We went over a lot of the stuff on the units, and because it is the new army books, or the updated army books that we were playing with, so there was a lot more talking involved than our normal stuff. But I'm about to go ahead and go do my army book review video here as well, so hope you guys enjoyed this, and remember, it's in beta phase. They're trying to, the balance board rule team, they're all trying to get every army back to a lower power level, and then once the actual game drops, they'll be able to add in more character to the armies to try and adjust the power level from there. So keep playing your armies, keep playing the game. Just try and remember it's a beta. There's gonna be stuff you're not gonna like, but all in all, as you saw from my army, it's pretty much the same list that I had before, and it worked out pretty much the same as before. So again, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.